Hi, my name is Marc El-Sabbagh from 9-1. Throughout the term I have been conducting research about my father figure and his origins. Through more and more research I have discovered more about how my father grew up and more about his homeland. In this video I am going to share my father's story with you all. My dad was born and raised in the city of Lebanon. Lebanon is a small country located in the Middle East with a rich culture and history. During the time my father was raised, Lebanon was experiencing a civil war that left an effect on Lebanon that is still shown today. This was a large impact on his family. My father was one of 5 and grew up in a small house located in the heart of the war. His family faced financial struggles as well as living in the war. This has shaped the morals and values of my father, causing him to appreciate everything he has and gave him a drive to work hard to make sure he avoided ever seeing poverty again. As I mentioned before, Lebanon has experienced war recently in its past and also a financial struggle, but the Lebanese mentality puts money and materials second and prioritizes enjoying the moment. Most of the Lebanese traditional events include celebrations and gatherings, often involving family and friends coming together to have a good time. Learning more about my father's culture, I feel like I have a better understanding on who he is as a person and I am able to have a stronger connection with him. Learning about how my father grew up gives me a sense of appreciation for everything I have and that I did not need to go through the struggles that he did. 2 significant events that shaped my father's journey would be living in the war with his family heavily involved in the army and moving to Australia. My grandfather had a high position in the army as well as my uncle. This meant that my father's family was heavily involved in the war and were constantly targeted by the opposite position. This affected my dad because his maturity level had to be raised, having to look after his family when his father and brother were fighting. This was a challenge being poor. Moving to Australia was the biggest event of my father's life. My dad and his family left everything behind, fleeing their country, with only what they had on their backs. No money, no house, no English and no place to go to. From here, he and his family had to try and make a new life for himself from nothing. From a young age, my dad had a drive to make sure that he never lived how he did in Lebanon, and as a result, my dad is 42 years of age, has a family of 5, living in a nice house and running his own developing business. These events in his early life have taught my dad to be grateful and that nothing is impossible in life.